What up, y'all? Happy New Year's. It's your boy KT, and in this video I'm about to tell y'all how to reach the goals that you want to reach in 2026. You heard that right. I'm finna tell you how to reach your goals that you want to reach in 2026. Now, with that being said, we have to change the way that we write our goals. Most people write their goals, they write the outcomes. They write, I want to make $10,000. I want to lose 15 pounds. I want to lose 20 pounds. I want to start eating healthy. I want to do this. I want to do that. I want to do all that other stuff. They're focused on the outcomes. They focus on the end goal like already. You don't need to do that. You do not need to focus on the outcomes already. The great Nick Saban said outcomes are a distraction. The great Nick Saban, I miss you. I'm from T-Town, Alabama, Tuscaloosa 205. We miss you, Nick Saban. We miss you bad. The great Nick Saban said outcomes are a distraction. And what he mean by that, if you always so focused on the outcome, you low-key forget the process. You low-key forget the steps that you got to take to get to the goals. And I feel like the process is more important than the outcomes. You feel what I'm saying? If you focus on the process, you will most likely hit the goals that you want to hit, or even surpass them if you just focus on the process and not always think about the goal at the end. You have to focus on the process. And by the process, I mean, okay, let's say you want to hit $10,000. This is what you have to do. You say, okay, I'm going to start saving more money. Every time I get a paycheck, I'm going to save 15% of my paycheck. I'm going to save 25% of my paycheck. I'm going to save 35% of my paycheck. That's what you should write down instead of, I want to hit $10,000. You just write down the process that you're going to start taking to reach them goals. Once you start doing those processes, the thing that you need to do, your goals are just going to come. Anyway, it's going to be a byproduct of the process. If you want to lose weight, you should write down, I'm going to start going to the gym 3 times a week, no matter how I feel, no matter if I'm tired, no matter if it's raining, no matter if it's snowing. I'm going to go to the gym. I'm going to move my body. I'm going to exercise. And I'm not going to eat after a certain time. After 6 p.m., I'm not going to eat. And that's how I'm going to lose weight. Let's say you want to lose 10 pounds and you follow that process, you might lose 20 pounds. Let's say you want to lose 20 pounds and you follow that process, you might lose 40 pounds. Focus on the process, because once you always looking at the end goal might look unachievable. The end goal is like, man, it's taking too long, bro. I can't do it, man. Like, I still got 30 more pounds to go. I still got 9 more racks to go, man. I can't keep doing that, man. You just got to focus on the process. Trust the process. You have to trust the process. The process is more important than the destination. The journey is more important than the destination. Let's say you're going on a road trip, right? I personally like driving in the car, spending time with your family and friends better than the whole vacation. That's just the type of dude I am. I personally like training more than fighting. Nah, that training suck. I ain't gonna lie. I can't even lie. That training tough. That sparring is work. I ain't gonna lie. I can't even lie. But yeah, I hope y'all get what I'm saying, man. I like the process of cooking, more than when the food is done. You just gotta fall in love with the process, man. The great Kobe Bryant said, when you're waking up at 5 a.m., you're sacrificing those days. That's really the dream. And it is. It's not the outcomes. It's the process. Focus on the process. Now that we got the process out of the way, here's another way to reach your goals in 2026. And that is, you have to shift your identity with it. If you want to start losing weight, you have to say, I am a person who works out now. I am a person who eat healthy now. I don't eat that type of food no more. I don't do them type of drugs no more. You have to switch your identity. And once you start switching your identity and telling yourself that you're not that type of person no more, your brain is going to, once you try to go back to them old habits, your brain is going to resist it. It's not going to be so easy to do the things that you used to do. I'm reading in Atomic Habits that identity is how you can, keep good habits and replace bad habits by shifting your identity to who you becoming. Kind of like faking it till you make it, if you know what I'm talking about. It's kind of like that. Let's say if you're trying to stop smoking weed and somebody hands you the blunt and say you want the blunt, you say, no, I'm not. I don't smoke no more. Or like that's going to be harder for you to smoke instead of saying, no, I'm trying to stop. You should say, no, I'm not a smoker no more, so that aligns with your identity. So once you hit the blunt, it's gonna be harder for you to hit the blunt now because you say, I'm not a smoker. and you going against yourself. And if you do that, you're going to feel a conviction within yourself. So you have to start changing your identity as well. Let's say you want to stack that paper. You got a financial goal in 2026. Now you have to say, I'm a person who put that money up and stack it. I'm not a person who buy things I don't need. I'm not a person who do impulse spending. I'm a person who eats at home. I'm a person who cooks at home. I'm a person who's frugal. I'm a person who's saving money and only spend on what I need, on not what I want. I'm a person who can delay the gratification. These are all identity switches. You have to shift your identity to the person you want to be to get your goals. I hope y'all following what I'm saying. So focus on the process and the identity. And once you do those two things, your goals just going to flow abundantly. Your goals will flow abundantly. And you always got to keep God in the mix. You always got to keep God in the mix. Don't never forget the man above. Don't never forget G-O-D. Don't you ever forget him. He gonna be the glue. He gonna make everything, he gonna make everything stick. And he gonna bless you. You might want it 10,000. You doing good. You eating right. You shifted your identity. God say, man, look at my good servant. He wanted 10. I'm gonna bless him with 20. He gonna give you double for your trouble. And you gotta have faith in that, man. You gotta have faith in that. So yeah, don't focus on the outcome. Outcomes are a distraction. Outcomes are a distraction. You just focus on the process. Focus on laying a brick after a brick by brick by brick by brick, day after day after day. And next thing you know, you'll look back and you done built the Rome, because you wasn't so focused on the outcome. You just take it day by day and shift your identity and tell yourself and affirm yourself, I don't do that no more. I'm not that person anymore. I do this now. I've changed. I've grown. Keep growing. And once you keep growing, you're gonna elevate. Elevation requires separation. You're gonna shed some old skin. Some old skin means some old friends, some old habits, and you're gonna elevate. You're gonna get new friends. You're gonna get new habits. And in that middle ground, when you elevating, it's gonna be lonely. It's gonna be lonely in that little elevation period. But once you reach to that next level, you're gonna be more like-minded people. You're gonna be more people who gonna sharpen you. Iron sharpen iron. And when iron sharpen iron, that means y'all gonna go against each other. Healthy competition. If it's getting too toxic, you might need to get up out of there. But iron sharpen iron. You know how you sharpen iron? They gotta go against each other to sharpen you. You have to go against them. So it's gonna be healthy competition, or it might even be your partner. You might have level up. Luckily, you might meet a wife. You never know what happens when you elevate it in life. You might meet a new girl. You might meet a new man. You might get a better paying job. You never know. That's why in 2026, we have to shift our identity. We have to come on with it. We can't just focus on the end goal, because the end goal is a distraction. You'll be so focused on the end goal that you lose track of the process. You feel what I'm saying? This is $1 million worth of game, man. If you still watching, drop a 100, man. If you still watching, drop a 100 in the comments, man. We reaching our goals 2026, and we reaching them by focusing on the process and changing our identity. It's your boy KT, and I'm out. If you got some gain from this video, drop 100. Drop a 100 and drop a diamond if you got some gain from this video. It's your boy KT, and I'm out. Peace.